What's going on YouTube? Is your boy Ron back with another video. New to the platform, welcome to the tribe. By the end of this video, I hope you subscribe. I wanted to have a conversation with the people. I hope y'all tune in and watch this because this is very, very, very important. I understand a lot of people that watch me are in support of the passport movement. Some of y'all are probably discovering me through the red pill spaces. As you know, I try to cover both. Um, and seeing some of the stuff that's popped up recently and the way women are reacting negatively to this movement, and they're over here saying so much about how the men that are going overseas, like, they're claiming that we're the issue and we're the ones that need to change, which I completely disagree with, and I've debunked it over and over and over again, and I will continue to do so on this channel. But the reason why I wanted to have make this video is because I see a lot of people in the comments that bring up how our society is ran and the system is pretty much rigged against men in this country. And it made me think that maybe if things changed in the US, maybe then we can get back to having nuclear families and be able to be in a position where we can thrive as a community, especially the black community. But as I say all the time, this is a Western issue. This isn't just a black issue. So I was thinking to myself, what if the family courts adjusted the way things are as far as the economic system in our country? For example, one of the main things that I see guys talk about in the comments is how marriage is pretty much not beneficial to the man because men always have the threat of divorce looming over their head. You know, a woman can play that role, stay with you for X amount of years, and once she does, she's pretty much entitled to half of what you worked hard for. And even though women are making more money nowadays, men are still out earning women. And that's always going to be the case because the way society is ran, a lot of the jobs that are really tough to do and tough on the body are majority of men. I did a video about that a while ago where women were saying men aren't needed, but one of the clips shows, some of the toughest jobs that we have, including running the infrastructure are ran by men. Like you think of places like crane operators or people that work in oil rigs, coal miners, you know what I mean? Police officers, firefighters, things of that nature. Those are mostly men. And if you were to try to make most women do those jobs, most women are not going to want to do those jobs, and that's fine. As men, we accept that because we understand the logic behind it. You know what I mean? I say all the time. I grew up in a two-parent household. Even though my mom was the breadwinner, both parents still play their role. My dad took care of the outside of the house. My mom took care of the inside of the house. So, with that in mind, if I was in a relationship, I wouldn't want to see my wife pushing a lawnmower. I wouldn't want to see my wife outside shoveling snow and risking slipping and falling and hurting herself. You know what I mean? So these are the kind of things, I think of as a man that I wouldn't want my woman doing around the house. But if I would have to do all those things outside of the house and split what's going on inside of the house, now I'm taking on majority of the load, and that's whether I would be the breadwinner or not, which men see as a lopsided and unfair deal. Hence the reason why a lot of these men are opting out of marriage, even though women, for some reason, they don't see it as a bad deal. Part of the reason why is because they want to push this oppression narrative to think that, oh, well, it's more to us than just that, and there absolutely is. The problem is that those things that we try to mention that are more valuable than just that and sex, y'all want to deem it as oppression, and y'all want to sit over here and act like those things don't hold any value. So, what I was thinking was, why not, as women, why aren't these women going to zaddy government and saying, look, we're making more money now. We don't feel like we need men because we make more money now. How, I'm like, but we still want to get married and have families. Why not fight for family courts to get rid of child support? Why not go to family courts to fight to get rid of alimony? Y'all been saying for years now that y'all don't need men. Y'all say it every day on TikTok. Y'all say it every day on YouTube. Y'all say it every day on TV. We hear it on the radio. Sierra's over here getting pushed back because she just came out with a new song about it. So why is it that y'all don't want to take away that leverage in order for men to start being incentivized to get married again? Because this is one of the complaints that I see a lot in my comments. I guarantee you, if y'all were to get rid of child support and alimony, I think men would be more open to getting married because that threat of divorce over their head won't be such a big deal. Because if you get rid of those things and a woman decides she doesn't want to be in this relationship anymore, okay, fine, cool. Men are not going to be over here unaliving themselves because they can't afford to pay for child support and keep a roof on their head themselves. They're not going to feel the need to have to work 2, 3 jobs just to try to maintain that kind of, just try to maintain a lifestyle to be able to take care of themselves and pay for child support. You will see less people going to jail because they can't make child support payments. Like, I'm like, you see how taking away taking those things away would actually be not only beneficial to keeping families together, but beneficial to both parties. So that way men so that way you don't have men over here going to jail simply because they can't make child support payments. That's one. But I will say this, y'all got to understand that the government is making money off of child support. This is the reason why they push y'all so hard to take child support. It's not for you, it's because they're making money off of it. And it's getting to the point, it's getting so bad now that you're starting to see more states push this push this idea to put child support on a credit card or debit card where you can only use it for things that are required for your child. Because I think the government is starting to see that a lot of y'all aren't really using this child support money just for your children. So I think that change alone will help a lot. And I know that's probably something that would be difficult for a lot of women to do, because that's going to require women to have to work, which, let's be honest, if you go all the way back to the 60s, I think that was one of the reasons why the government pushed this FNS movement, because it was a way to get more taxpayers and a way for the government to make more money. So in a way, changing that would actually be beneficial to the government as well. You know, the discrepancy that they would lose for the money that they make off of child support, I think that would actually be made up in the taxpayers that you're going to gain from more women having to work because they can no longer rely on child support. Same thing with Section 8. Now, I know I'm probably going to get a lot of pushback, especially from women on this and even some men, but I just want y'all to really think about that. If they really made those changes based on the way the economics are now, because the reason why they had those things in place was because women didn't work and they were not in the workforce. But here we are, pretty much damn near 60 years later from the time that they had women enter the workforce, and we're still applying those same rules, even though women are making more money now than ever, even though women are in college more than men, even with women, getting rich overnight because of OnlyFans. we still have these old policies in place to where women are benefiting off of divorcing men, and men have divorce hanging over their head, and women have all the incentivization to they're incentivized to break up the family. You take that away, women aren't going to be incentivized to break up a marriage. And I think they would be even more selective in the men that they choose to marry. And I think that would also help eliminate hookup culture to some degree. Because don't no woman want to have kids with a man that they don't plan on being with. So I just want to know what y'all thought about this, man. Just something that I wanted to talk about. Please share your opinions, thoughts, comments, and everything. I really want to hear what you had to think about this, because this has actually been on my mind, especially since I came down here to Badenkia and I'm leaving tomorrow. So I wanted to get this up and see what you guys thought about this. All right. If you're new to the platform, please subscribe. OGs, I appreciate the love and support. Make sure y'all hit that bell notification. That way y'all know what I'm uploading. Hit the like button because it helps with the algorithm, helps me reach a broader audience. Also, look out for the Unplugged Traveling Vlog channel. Link is in the description and pinned in the comments. Until the next video, y'all. Deuces.